Hey fairies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I do hope y'all keeping it cool, kind, and classy today, and keeping it pushing regardless of whatever side of the globe you coming in from. Let's keep it cool, kind, and classy all around the world, y'all, all around the world. And that is the energy today, because let me tell y'all something. Y'all coming to a commencement of colossal complex clearing. Okay, what the heck? Because y'all getting a night reading. Now let me tell you something about a night reading, okay? Because that just means that you're finally coming in touch. You're coming into conclusion with who you are. You're coming into conclusion with who you want to be. You're doing so much introspection, right? And you're really sitting with yourself and saying, you know what? I don't fuck with this. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with the way that they treated me. And I certainly don't fuck with the product of the environment that I have become. Right? So you're finally accepting it. You're accepting who you don't want to be. Because all of this time, you have simply accepted it to go unseen, to go unheard, to go unwitnessed, if you will. Because you don't want anything to do with the people telling you who you are anymore. You just don't want it anymore. You're tired. You've grown up getting told who you are. You've grown up getting told why you are and where you are because of what you are. All these things that just don't actually relate to who you are as a person. Don't actually relate to who you want to be in the future. And because of this, let me tell you something about this, right? You're finally accepting everything that is not yours. You are finally... Let me make sure it's coming in. And that's the energy too, talking about let me make sure it's coming in. Because you're letting go of everything that is not yours in order to receive everything that always has been yours. Right? Because you've sat with yourself long enough and you're finally understanding that these two cups that have been behind you this whole time were always yours. And it's not about believing that they weren't. It's not about believing that you weren't good enough. It's not about thinking that you can't maintain it. It's simply about the fact that you just... You were using your gifts in a way that would protect and essentially contribute to the benefit of everybody around you, because you didn't want to hurt anybody. And that's literally the consistent lesson that I am hearing. That is the consistent lesson that I have been hearing, okay? And because of this, you were literally suffocating. Okay? You were suffocating. So we're going to split these motherfreaking cards. Trying to do this on my legs. Yeah, that's literally the energy. You got some real witch type shit going on. Okay, let me tell y'all. Okay, so we have this card wants to come out. Let me make sure it's all right the way. Okay, so basically you are finally... how do I say this? I want to make sure that I say this properly. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Ring, ring, ring. Yeah, hello? Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, I'm telling them right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to love this. No, you hang up first. Okay. Yo, okay, anyway. Spirit's a charmer. So, all right, so So I'm basically getting that, all right, we had this card come out first, but it was reversed. And because of this, you are finally giving up everything that is not of you. You were literally living this whole time associating the people that projected on you as yourself. You were associating all of the negative lies. You were literally just associating lies with who you are. And then you were like compiling them into the idea of what your gifts need to be. So you were literally looking into the future and saying, you know what, according to this person that I am, the gifts that I'm going to receive don't look very plentiful. They don't look very plentiful. They don't look very abundant. So that was the difficulty with sitting within yourself and saying, you know what? It's not that I feel like I'm not worthy, because I know I'm worthy. I know who I am. I know this, I know that. You literally had this knowing this whole time. And the only thing that was getting in your way was the projections of others, honestly. And it's okay to sit back and say that. You know what? You're only hurting yourself the longer that you go lying to yourself about it. Because the more that you come out of hermit mode, literally, the more that you're coming out of hermit mode, and the more that people try to take your energy, the more that you sit up with yourself every night and say, you know what, I'm fucking lonely. I'm fucking lonely, and this is ridiculous because nobody's here for me, and I feel like nobody sees me the way that I do. Nobody is of me. Nobody is following my dreams. Nobody is working towards the gifts that I am trying to establish in order to deliver abundance to not only myself, but to deliver abundance to the universe. And I am going to use my skills, use my gifts, use the tools that I have equipped throughout years of work, throughout years of studying, throughout years of, establishing myself. I'm going to use these tools to achieve my justice. And y'all cannot stop me. Let me tell you something about this. This is insane. This is beautiful work. I feel like I'm looking at a painting that just got done today. Frig, yeah. Okay, so you're literally using your skills to achieve your justice. And not only are you using your skills in order to achieve your justice, but you are working smarter as opposed to harder in order to literally just be yourself. Because you've been spending all of this time thinking, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna hurt so many people when they see who I've become, regardless of my environment, regardless of my pain, regardless of, my experience that I have witnessed. And you understand that people are not going to like that. I think that's literally what this is coming back to. It's literally what this whole dynamic, if you will, has always come back to, is the fact that people are not going to be proud of you. I mean, internally, yes, they are. Internally, they're going to be really happy for you. And it's some deep, saturated, if you will, and it's literally like this little ball, right? It's like this little orb inside of their soul, and it's like been covered in grime and years of ego use and bullshit and projections, and they literally just like kept packing onto it. So it's like literally that orb is connected to you, if you will, and that is the part of them that is proud of you. That is the part of them that sees you. But the gunk that is covering that orb is the part that doesn't want you to receive everything that is yours. That is literally what that is. So let me tell you something about this, because right before I sat down, I heard, you're inspiring people. You're inspiring so many people, and I don't think that you realize how many people you're inspiring just by giving up the workload, just by continuously doing yourself, just by insisting that you deserve to do less and receive more. Receive everything that you have not been receiving. I've been getting this card like crazy because you know that your environment does not contribute to who you are as a person. You literally know that. So you're looking around and you're literally trying to like compare this environment to who you are. You are consistently looking around and saying, you know what? There's got to be something about this environment that is me. There's got to be something about this environment that I am, or that I'm supposed to learn. Let me tell you something. The only thing that you're supposed to learn from this environment is that you don't belong here, and that there's more somewhere else. You're looking down at this plateau. If you look closely, I know that that's not the legitimate meaning, okay? But if I'm just holding it and it's singing to me, okay? So So if you look closely, you can see like these little stumps right here, and they all have been chopped down, and it's just like this flat plateau of nothing. And you're looking out at it, and you're holding your magic, right? You're literally holding everything that is you, and you're just staring at it, and you're saying, man, like, it's not who I am. And you've been trying to really force for so long to receive something from it. You've been forcing and forcing and forcing, and you're literally trying to grow with infertile soil is literally what the problem is. And that's why you're not receiving anything. Error. I'm literally getting like error code. Error. So it's, yeah, I mean, when I speak like this, I always tend to get all the same cards. And it's just like giving this up. What happens when I give this up? Am I going to give up the fact that, you know, I'm trying to convince myself that there's something here for me? And will I start to receive? Will I start to let go of this persona that I have encapsulated and tried to go along with, literally tried to just build with, literally tried to grow on infertile land with? You know, you're trying to be, there's nothing about you that's broken. And you can take that one to the motherfucking bank, okay? There's nothing about you that you need to fix. There's nothing about you that you need to introspect on. Because you've already done all of the work that you can, and you're ready to let go of it. You're ready to, like, and I'm getting something else from this card too. Not only are you ready to let go of it, you're ready to purge. You're ready to purge. What are you ready to purge? Everything that you have been within yourself. I feel like there's something here I'm trying to say, and I don't think I'm saying it the way that I want to. All right, please clarify, Spirit. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me cut it for the one time. Cut it for the one time. There's something coming through here, and if I gotta wait it out for a couple minutes, I will. But I want to make sure that I say exactly what the fuck I mean to say. All right, so I'm getting a few cards. We're gonna cut it. Okay, we're cutting it. That is the cut. All right. Something is taken. Someone's telling me to take this Hermit card, because this Hermit card was right under the Espadas. The Sota de Espadas. See, okay. Alright. This is great energy. I just don't really understand what it is. It's beautiful. So, basically, you are sitting in all your pride and glory. You are sitting in all of your pride and glory because you finally gave up what doesn't serve you. You finally gave up what doesn't serve you. So you are reversing this justice that has been essentially reversed. You're literally, okay, so say that this is an Uno card, right? Oh, we got the Tower card. Literally, perfect card for the legit, that's so exciting. Sorry, headphone users. My bad. But, this is great. So basically, this is exactly what I meant. Because you're taking this energy, so you're literally purging everything you thought you were. You're purging all of the friggin' gunk that was like stuck on your soul, dude. And you're reversing the Uno card that was reversed. So, okay. So hypothetically, say like your parents got the hand first. They got the first hand of Uno cards. And they happen to have a reverse card in it, and then they place that reverse on you. So then you lived a majority of your life receiving their idea of beauty, their idea of perception, their idea of magic and grace and abundance. So because you kept receiving this, because you kept receiving this, you kind of mistook yourself for what you actually are. And because you mistook yourself for what you actually are, it led you down ways that you didn't mean to go. It, made you feel like I know that this is long, but just trust the process. I know this is slow. But if you're still with me, then yeah. Okay? That's great. That takes a lot of patience. But basically, it takes a lot of courage as well. But anyway, I just feel so excited. So I feel like you're finally literally whoop. Exactly. This is like making me feel like a mad scientist right now. So you're literally taking, okay, the Uno card that was given to you, you said, whatever, fuck that shit. And I'm just gonna live with it and I'm gonna see what I can do with it. So then, hypothetically, this is your Uno reverse card. You said, here you go. Because I don't think this is mine. I think that it like literally fell into my deck. And it doesn't make any sense to me because I've tried to work with it, tried to work around it, tried to work as it, and I'm not getting any sustaining result. I'm not getting any result from it that is contributing to my overall justice regarding the treatment that I have endured. Okay? So because you are finally seeing yourself, because you are finally accessing your fullest being, you are slowly but surely taking all of that energy back. You are taking all of that energy back. And I've got the Hermit card. I got to think about this. This is great. Great energy. I do know that. So yeah. Wow. I just feel frozen. I just feel like I'm like so excited that I'm just I don't know. There's a lot to cover here, is what I'm trying to say. It's all great. It's literally just like the sun came out. That's what I'm feeling. And yeah, okay, now I get it. So the sun came out. So you finally have this light. I don't know if y'all can see that right, but you finally have this light as the hermit that you have played the part as. And you're finally going about your life and you're coming out of your cave with your light and you're looking around. You're like, wow. This is what I did everything for. And you're just walking around. And hypothetically, I said it's a night reading for a reason. The sun came out but inside you, and you know that the sun will rise again. So you're walking outside and you're like looking around, everybody's asleep. You're like, I don't know, I'm just seeing like a little sleepy cottage, right? I'm like seeing a little sleepy cottage town. And you're like a hermit with all your whimsical potions and your books and shit. And you're like walking outside and you're like, yeah, nobody knows I lived here. So you're like casting little spells and shit, and you're like making it friggin' rain and all. Like you're literally just going outside and you're seeing what you're capable of. Because I feel like this collective has a tendency to shut in and shut the fuck down. Because when we are not receiving what we need, and I've been looking at this card trying to figure out what it's telling me. It's been on the top of my deck, but it's literally like, you haven't been receiving what will contribute to your functionality as a human being. And because you're not receiving that, and it's not just about receiving, it's that you genuinely just are not surrounded by people who display this potency that you do, who display this richness that you wield. You're finally stepping outside when you knew that nobody would be out there. And you're saying, frig yeah, like I knew that I had this in me the whole time. And this is contributing and finalizing a death to imbalance. because of that, you are finally receiving yourself. You are finally receiving everything you have been fighting for this whole day. And you are giving up everything that is hurting you. You are finally looking around and saying, this is hurting me. That is hurting me. This is not me. That is not who I am. You are not of me. And you're just like, frig. Like, so I'm trying to like really incorporate this like Sleepy Town Cottage, okay? That's like the literal name of this place on the sign. Sleepy Town, bro. So like you're literally waking up. You're waking up and you're seeing what's possible. Because you don't have a lot of opportunity wherever you are. If you felt the need to click on this video, you probably don't have a lot of opportunity in your life. You probably don't feel very free. You probably don't feel very like yourself. That's literally a huge part of what I'm getting, is that you don't feel like yourself. But you don't feel like yourself because, let me cut this ish, because you are not receiving what is yours. And as I said, it's not about receiving, it's about not being around the right people. Because I do have a tendency to sit down with as many people as I can in my life and get their perspective. So sometimes you'll have a very logical mindset and you'll tell them, yeah, I'm just surrounded by people who don't really contribute to my higher self. And they'll say, well, you know, you're going to have that wherever you go. You're going to have that wherever you go. You can travel the world and you're still going to get that. Okay, but my point is that I'm not submerged in support. And because I'm not submerged in support, excuse me, I don't have space to receive. I don't really have space to ooh, this is so great. I don't have space to genuinely cut this cycle. I don't have space to genuinely look at my world and say, damn. Say, damn. I need love, bro. I need love. And I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. We'll cover more on this in another reading. But it's literally like, oh my gosh. You just need a reflection of you. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. You need a reflection that does not come from a negative source. Does not contribute to, fuck that contribute shit. Is not dedicated to pulling you down. Is not dedicated to keeping you where you currently are. Is not dedicated to making you feel like you have to put up force fields and making you feel like you have to be above everything and always take the higher road. Always take the higher road. Always be the person that you need by yourself. Oh, one more. Always hold the worth. Okay, fuck, one more after this actually. Always hold the worth that you know you are by yourself. And get comfortable with hurt. Get comfortable with heartbreak. Get comfortable with hurt. Okay, two more. I'm lying. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this is so potent, bro. So I'm trying to really take my time. And that is the energy, because the universe really wanted to take its time on you. Really wanted to slow cook. Really wanted to pressure cook. So that you made sure you knew who you were. Because once again, you're surrounded by people that are not accentuating your prosperity. Are not accentuating I'm hearing a word. The richness and the ritual that is you. That is you. So yeah, I mean, literally this, okay, no, I won't speak on that yet. We're going to hold off on that for a second. But a lot of distracting energies. So all of those things, right? So what I mean by ritual is that you're not in an environment that is encouraging you to establish a self-care regimen. You're so busy in survival mode. You're so busy in survival mode that not only do you not have space to have fun, you just don't have space to radiate your abundance onto the world. So this is causing imbalance. This is causing imbalance through intuition and physicality. Oh my gosh, this is so friggin' great. Very good job. Very good job. If nobody has told you today, if nobody has told you, period. It takes a lot to get here, man. I don't think you get it. I don't think you get it. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing to not get. But it is a good thing to finally understand at some point the energy that you possess. The intuition and emotion that you embody. I feel like I have to lay a red carpet out for this. This is literally the celebrity energy. Like, type shit. So, okay. So, just the amount that you are in touch with the world. And once again, this is scraping the surface. So we'll get more into this in other readings. But the amount of connection, I guess, just like the most simple way to say it. The amount of connection that you have with the universe is astonishing. And the emotional stability that you have established throughout getting to know the universe has not only contributed, but kind of like equaled itself out with, in a way, your ability to receive effortlessly. And I get it. You might not have your ideal environment right now, but what is happening is that you are collecting your karmatic. I'm just going so slow. This feels so like passionate. You are finally collecting your karmatic result in the astral. So what you need to bring this into the physical is your full synchronization. So your full synchronization of yourself. Full synchronization of yourself. The initiation. That's what it is. The initiation of you. And that's it. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, I feel like I should stop there. The initiation of who you are is all you need right now. You don't need anything, okay? You don't need anything, because I think that collective has fully established that things are not what we are looking for. It's just us. That's all we want. Keep embodying you. Because I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. I know it doesn't make any sense. I know that you are always feeling like you're doing something for others. I literally like keep going back to the cards, even when I feel like I need to stop. But it's like the richness is like from a source of abundance that you carry. But okay. So, yeah, I feel like okay, I'm gonna stop with this card. I'm just gonna throw an analogy, a hypothetical analogy, right? So this bench right here is like symbolizing the height in which you have climbed to, but you're not letting yourself get any higher than that because of the people that you want to be here for. But okay, I will take this. So this is like contributing to a negative self-perspective, right? Because you know everything you're capable of, you know where you belong, you know that you need to explore, you know you need to do this and do that. And by do this and do that, I just mean like, go live your friggin' life. Go live your friggin' life. But you feel like you're spending all of this time trying to be here for everybody else because you know what it's like to be rejected. You know what it's like to be hurt. You know what it's like to be told no to. You know what it's like to consistently be rejected. So you've spent all this time, sugarcoating that for others. So when you finally start selling the truth, right? And not a sugar-coated version of it. When you finally start selling the truth, you're going to attract the people that you need. And yes, you're going to have to let go of the people that are not serving you. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to be happy. That doesn't mean that, these people didn't have it coming, because honestly, they had 1,000 friggin' chances. And they consistently chose the one that would push you away every time. The one that would make you feel bad about yourself. The one that would just make you feel like you didn't have a space in anybody's life. So I think that you have the right to say no. You have the right to say no. And especially if you've made it to this point, and if you are my collective, you have a hard time saying, no, I'm not going to do that. Because you've always been taught that, the alternative to no is abuse. The alternative to no is stalking. The alternative to no is harassment. So you're just, whatever. I can't mentally handle you harassing me because I said no. So, okay. So it's just literally been that cycle this whole time. And you finally isolated yourself to the point because you didn't know what else to do. You didn't want to be around people that would, bring the worst parts out of you. And you didn't want to be around the right people because you didn't have the best parts of you. You didn't have your full self. So you literally just stayed right in the middle as the hermit. And you just kept, whatever. I don't want to be in anybody's life. I would rather feel unworthy. I would rather feel isolated. I would rather feel like nothing than to be told I'm nothing. That takes fucking courage. So keep doing it. Because through that courage, you're going to find everything that you are looking for. And it's not going to look the way that you think it will. And that's not a bad thing. Hard times will bring out the worst in people. And this is that. So don't blame yourself for it. You're just saying no to the people that it is bringing the worst out of. Yeah.